Hey guys, do you have a tankless hot water heater and you've been wanting to do the descaling of it and everything, don't quite know how? Well, we're going to go over all that here. We're going to show you step by step how to do the process. So stick through it to the end to watch it. It's not a hard thing. It's just a particular order you got to do things and make sure certain valves are off and on. So stick around. We're going to show you all that. Please click on the like, subscribe. If anybody else could use this, please share the video, and we'll get started as soon as we roll the intro.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time.
So hey guys, me, Lolo, Jesse, Molly, we all love living out in the country. That house right there is our well house. So being in the country, having a well has its own set of issues that you have to deal with. One of those is scale buildup and everything else, because the water is a lot harder. Things like your coffee maker, your different things tend to build up a lot more scale in them. Here's my Jesse. There's Molly helping out. Of course, the first part of any job is coffee. Out here, I do have filters on the well, but you still get a lot of scale buildup, and it's a lot more when you have things that heat up water. You tend to get a lot more scale buildup on stuff. So naturally, when you have regular water heater, tankless or whatever, you know, you get a lot more of it on your hot water side, as you can see here. And as you can tell, my wife here was having to take the shower head apart to get all the scale, and that was from hot water more than anything. Like, don't find it as much in the cold water side. Like from this picture on the back of my washing machine, you can see there's the hot and cold water ports. The one that's just clogged to the hilt is the hot water side. So that's one of the reasons you want to go through here and descale them, because as they get that scale, they build up, they clog up those things. So it's good to go in every 6 months, but you know, if you don't do it as often, at least do it, you know, once a year, go in. And because as those things get all that scale build up, your tankless water heaters will tend to go out more often. So there's our hot water heater, and we've got to patch that hole too. So anyway, we've got everything cleared out of here while we do that. So one thing I wanted to go over with you, and this is worth buying, because keep in mind, this may not be the only time you're doing this. You may be having to do this every 6 months or at least every year or so. So instead of having to unscrew these hoses, screw them in here every time, there are these service valves that you can buy to put on the end of these. You can buy these all in a kit. I did go ahead and buy them and install them. That way you've got little valves you can turn on and off, and you can just hook your hoses from your flush and fill kit directly into here, and you don't got to take these hoses apart every time and all of that. So anyway, I do have a link to these in the description. So anyway, they're definitely worth it if you got the money to buy them. You don't necessarily have to have them, but it does make this process a lot easier. So anyway, guys, here's the kit that we ordered, and we got it on Amazon. I'll put a link to it down in the description in case you need to do this, but it comes with everything you need to do that. You know, you got the connections on it. It came even with the bucket, a sump pump that you fit down in the bucket, and it comes with the hoses that you connect to the hot water heater. So it comes with everything you need to do it. And then the other thing you need is vinegar. You know, so anyway, it's white vinegar. So hey guys, today Loretta is gonna descale the tankless hot water.
I'm here for support.
We're gonna descale the tankless hot water heater. So we're grabbing 3. You know, when you do this, you want to use distilled white vinegar. It takes about 3 gallons of it. So that's what we're doing now, grabbing the the vinegar, and we'll show you what we're doing. So we have the kit here for it. Loretta's moving some stuff. We've been kind of patching up holes and doing stuff, and we're replacing a hot water heater. So anyway, well, because I had to get the washing machine out, and it was all crammed in there by the washing machine. All right, so what we're going to do, move some of that stuff out of the way there. This kit that I posted on our thing here, you know, which you can buy from the link below, and it does come with instructions on it, but
Let me have that.
so anyway, that thing came with a sump pump. If you don't use the kit and you're doing this yourself, you'll have to go to the store and spend about...
So wait, you said on recording these we should do it sideways or upright?
Sideways.
Oh, okay.
Well, go ahead and kill the video. You have to start with it whatever direction. So if you didn't buy the kit, I posted in the description below. Keep it straight, guy. I need more coffee. So if you don't use the kit, you will have to get one of these. They're about, you know, 80 to $100 or something at the store. If you get that kit I have in the link, it comes with the sump pump, the bucket, and a couple of hoses right here. So it kind of comes with everything you need to do this other than the vinegar. Vinegar sold separately.
Vinegar, salt doesn't go with it.
Yeah, so when you do this, some water will come out, so it's always good to set you a bucket or something under there, because some water when you open these valves. First thing I always do, very first thing is up here, you want to, however you turn it, usually there's an on-off button on our particular one. If you push that, it turns it off. You do want to shut this thing off while you do this process. And we know that I am going to kill the main water line coming in from the house as well, just to make sure we don't have any water flow. The other thing you're going to do is kill the, turn these valves here off. That way you don't have any water coming in or out of the house or anything else. So all you got now, you're going to be going through these. It's going to be washing through this way. There is a filter inside we need to kind of clean out first in case it's gotten clogged. Your really high dollar tankless hot water heaters and professional ones, sometimes they put them out here to make it easier. We weren't that lucky. They weren't that kind to us, which means I'm going to unscrew this lid off of here and pull it and see if that thing's in here. You'll see this cover on the top and bottom has these screws. There's one on each corner. There's one here, one on that one, and 2 of them on the top. So there's 4 of them. That will make that whole face come off.
That's where the vinegar really needs to go.
You getting my feet on there?
Uh-uh. Not me.
God, how long is this screw?
I've asked the same question.
Oops.
I said that too. That's what she said.
It'll stay on there. I just...
Da, da, da. No.
Alright, so this particular one doesn't have one of those filters in it. So, anyway, so I guess we don't have to worry about that.
Recording now.
Alright. So these valves on top are what we're going to be using. So we want to, right now, they're turned off. We're going to turn these off. This cold water side will always come out with a little bit of water coming out of it.
Wow, you aimed well that time.
This one here is going to have a little bit more water because it's going to drain all the water that's inside there.
That's usually how that works.
Anyway,
every morning.
May want a towel or something.
Yep, that's about how long it lasts too.
Alright, so...
Did that last drip fall?
Yeah, I got it. Alright, so now what we want to do, that's alright, we're going to grab the vinegars.
Yep.
So we just want to dump them in this bucket. So get a bucket. It's a creosol ripper. Alrighty. Grab number 2.
Well, you better make sure there's room once you put the submersible pump so it doesn't overflow. Never mind, I'll just let you do what you're gonna do. Or readers.
Well, that's my fault.
No. Just saying.
Yeah, that's what it is. Alright. You just screw those on.
Blue to blue, red to red.
Yep. The blue is cold water, the red is hot water.
And the return.
So, you know, these are equivalent if you don't get the kit. You know, the kit makes it a lot easier. It's kind of color coded and all that. If you don't, they're just like washing machine hoses. So, anyway, the cold water side will go on to your pump, which they did give some adapters that come in the kit. I put it down there. Screw this on here first. So it'll be a lot easier to screw that hose. So this one we're going to put down in the vinegar. Whoops. Alright, now go ahead and we don't need that other piece. You can go ahead and plug that in.
Alright.
So now we're going to plug in our sump pump, and this, unfortunately, the coil in the hose is a little bit of a disadvantage. If you have a hose that you've already kind of put a little time into straightening out, it will. These came off coil. I think of uncoiling them before we did that, but plug it in. I'll just put it here. All right.
All right, I'm plugging it in.
So as you can see, it's the sump pump. It's sucking all the vinegar through the hose into here, up through this whole system, and out through here. What that's going to do, that vinegar is going to totally shine up, clean up everything just like brand new. You see how clear the water is now? It's already starting to get a little bit cloudy, but see how it's kind of clear?
Yeah.
You know, after doing this about an hour or so, 40 minutes to an hour, you'll see that water will look totally different.
Alright, see you in about 40 minutes to an hour. Okay, so it's been about 25-30 minutes and it already looks nasty. It's about halfway through.
Alright, so go ahead and unplug it. So first we're going to unplug the sump pump. And the reason you do that first is because then some of that water can drain out through the hoses back down into there.
Shake it, but don't break it.
Good thing about this, other than that,
Oh,
is that the vinegar is non-toxic, so you don't have to worry about flushing it all out of the system. Vinegar ain't gonna hurt you, having a little bit going through the lines. Oops, sorry, that last sprinkle's always got to come out. It's always gonna have this little bit of water coming through it. And then you want to be sure to get these back on there. And we get them kind of hand tight right now, but now we want to turn some of the faucets on. Nothing will be coming out of it yet. Hot water heater turned off, but that way when it does, it'll get all the air out of the lines when it comes. Then we are going to go ahead and those are open. These here control the water coming this way, so we're going to turn those valves off. The main water valves we're going to turn on. And then we're going to get the water going and then turn it on.
oh, I hear the water in the other room too. Did you leave it on?
Yeah.
Oh.
The E5 error probably just means that it doesn't have its lid on and the knob thing on it and everything.
Hey guys, this last clip brings up a good point. That E5 error I was saying was probably because the cover wasn't on it. It didn't have anything to do with it. I had opened all the valves in the house, which was keeping all the water flowing real fast. E5 on these Rheem tankless water heaters means your flow rate of water is going so fast that it won't properly heat the water to the temperature you selected on there. If you did not have this hooked up and you were seeing that error and you didn't have everything opened up, you'd probably want to install a water regulator before the tankless thing so it would slow the flow of the water down, so it would heat it up properly. In this case, it's because I had every valve in the house opened up. So once I closed all the valves, you can see here it goes back to where it's doing the regular temperature. Anyway, just wanted to clarify that. That brings up another good point. We're not professional plumbers. We're not professional. So if me and my wife can do this and the things we show you on here, you can do it. Believe me, if we can do it, you can do it. And the reason we show you these things is because, you know, having a plumber out to do this sometimes can be several $100s. So, you know, you could be looking at $300 to $400 for them to come out. Maybe $500, have them come out and do this descaling procedure on this stuff. So anyway, it saves a lot of money if you could get in here and just buy the kit yourself. You spend a little bit the first time you do it, but then you have all the materials from then on. All you got to do is buy the vinegar, which is real cheap to buy. So anyway, you can save a lot of money just by doing some of these things yourself.
Yep.
it's wet. My feet are gonna get wet.
And then we take it out of there, and you can see how nasty that water. That was totally clear. So
Ew. Looks like chlorine. How much sediment's in there? Oh my gosh.
and a lot poured out, but just some is settling. Okay, and if it went up here. Where's that thing go? No, that's not on there, right? That screw. Oops. Dang it. Then you call a plumber. See, it's that easy. We appreciate you tuning in, and if you like what you saw, please click on the like, subscribe, click on some of the playlists, visit the channel. We have a lot of stuff on networking, on guitar, on different DIY projects, old cars. So there's a lot of stuff on the site to kind of check out, and we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.